Welcome to erpbugs. So the topic of this session is functional role assignment to the user. During this session, we will discuss the previous session details, what we have completed so far. In the previous session, we have looked at how the employee and the legal entity is associated so that the employee becomes a legal employee of the organization. Today, we will discuss about the various roles available in Fusion, particularly the financial roles, the procurement roles, and there are many other roles that a user should have to perform their activity within the organization. Then we will look at how we assign or where the roles are associated with the user. Then finally, we will look at after assignment of these roles, what are the changes that happens with the user access, particularly in the home page, what additional roles or menus functions available for the user. In the previous session, we have associated the legal entity to the user and associated the user ID of the user to the employee. Then we ran the LDAP process. After that LDAP process completed, we have seen the employee's name is displayed instead of the user ID. Now today we will associate the functional roles, particularly with the functional roles the business user will be able to conduct various transactions or perform various transactions like creation of invoice, creation of journal entry, creation of purchase order. All these are related to the functions. So the business user will perform those functions using the roles that are assigned to the user. Now those roles are available in the Springboard with a default assignment of roles to the employee. There are certain number of functions or roles that are available, but these are not sufficient for an user to perform the core functions of an entity. Now we will see some of the finance functional functions or finance roles, or we will see some of the roles that are related to procurement and see the process of defining or assigning those roles to the user. Now to do so, one should have certain roles associated with the user. Particularly, he should have the access to IT security manager so that he can query the user and associate the roles to that particular user. Now to go to IT security, the user have to click on the Springboard, then go to tools. So as we discussed earlier, there are two ways to navigate, one from here, the other one from the navigator. Here also the tools menu is there. Now from here you can select security console. Now after selecting the security console, you have to go to user, then query the user, search it. Now click on the username of the user. So this will display all the existing roles that are assigned to this particular user. Now to add more, you have to click on edit, then go down, click on this add role button. Now here you must know what are the roles available or what are the roles already defined by the system administrator team, so that you can query those roles and associate. So by default, Oracle provides a list of roles with all functions available within them. In a real-time scenario, the roles can be customized based on the requirement of the organization and assigned to the user. Now, there are some of the financial roles that we will assign to this particular user. The first one is general accountant. So when you are selecting the role from the list of roles getting fetched in the search window, always ensure that you select the one with Aura, because these are the standard. And so by associating this role, you will have the user will have the access to maximum number of functions within that particular role. So add this, select this, add role membership. Similarly, assign one more financial role, that is general accounting manager. Always select with the Aura one to have the maximum number of functions uh, or functions or privileges associated with that particular role. Then for the other roles that are there for financial is accounts payable, supervisor, specialist, add, then supervisor, add the role, then accounts payable manager, add the membership, then supplier manager. Why supplier manager is required? This is a abstract role, and we will discuss what is the difference between abstract role and a normal role. So supplier manager is required if the user want to define, or user should have the access to define the suppliers, he should have the supplier manager abstract role. Then one more role we can assign, like cash manager, so that the user is with this particular role, the user will be able to access the cash management roles. So there are many roles, like for receivables there are roles, for purchasing there are roles. So based on the requirement, or based on the need, based on the job role of an employee, the roles in Fusion can be assigned to the user. So cash manager, then we can add one more like business analyst or financial analyst. So these are all the standard roles. Then we can add account receivable, account receivable manager, then account receivable supervisor, specialist, and supervisor. So supervisor is not required. Then if we need to assign, say, billing manager. So all those roles are available. So based on the requirement, we can add those roles. So once these roles are assigned, just click on done. Now if you scroll down, all the roles are associated to the user or assigned to the user. Now the next action is save and close. Done. Then close this, either close this or click on the home page. Now you can see the additional rows being associated. So one important thing is, once the roles are assigned, then the LDAP program should be processed. LDAP is nothing but it's the program which synchronizes the roles associated to the user. Now once that is run, then log off from the application and log in back. Now once you log in back, you can see the additional roles being associated with the user. So here it will display the additional roles once the LDAP program is completed. So that is how we can associate, whatever roles that an employee requires to perform the activities related to the function he is owning, and give them the privilege to do the activities. Now once those roles are associated, the user can navigate to the particular role. Say for example, if they have to go for procurement, these are the functions. They can create purchase order, they can create supplier, all these activities they can perform. So this is something related to the functional user role. This I mean, the user will not be able to touch anything related to the implementation, but he will be able to do the functional role. So that's all about how the roles are assigned to the user. In the next session, we will discuss how after assignment of the roles, what additional activity that we have to do to provide access to the user when the organization is a multi-org and there are multiple business units, but the user should have restricted or access to the specific business unit. So we will see that in our next session. Thank you.